Hello. Since you know potions, I wanted to know if you happen to have any weakness potions. I have a villager and I need one. Because
Yes, I believe I do. Hold on, let me check the fortress.
thank you.
Oh, did you still want to know how to make fire resistance potions?
Yes. Do you have time now?
Yeah, I can bring the supplies for it. And if you have a brewing stand, I can just show you.
That's fine. We can do it here. I also can follow you to the fortress. I'm allowed to go.
Very true. Yeah, we can just go to the fortress then. There we go.
I do gotta sign in. I feel like my name is on majority of these pages.
Alright. And then welcome to the tower.
Ooh.
Excuse me, sir.
I'm going to scoot in because I didn't bring fire resistance with me.
Yes. Just go upstairs.
Ooh.
I keep all my brewing things up here.
Ooh. Fancy cauldron.
Let me just start from the very beginning of these steps and take these out. So we first need to turn these potions into awkward ones. As the very first step, so you can just fill them up with the sink here. And put them right in this free brewing stand.
With the nether wort you gave me?
Yes.
Okay.
That'll turn the water bottles into awkward potions.
I see.
And then all you need to do is, once they're awkward, to put a magma cream in it. And it'll turn to 3 minutes of fire resistance.
Is there a way to make them longer? I think the ones that are by the waystone go for a long time.
Yes. You can just put in a redstone dust and they'll go for 8 minutes.
Oh.
And afterwards, to make them into splash potions, you throw in a gunpowder.
Okay. That doesn't seem too difficult. It's a lot of ingredients, but...
That's a lot of ingredients, but they're fairly easy to collect. I can give you a few to take with you.
Oh, that's okay. I can put up quest at the guild for the materials, and then when they turn them out, I can use the materials to make the potions.
Very smart.
And,
yes, I have 3 weakness potions right here too that I didn't have a use for them, so you can just
thank
have
you.
them.
Yeah, she wandered on building up a small village behind the Adventure Guild with permission from the High Vessel because the villagers that moved into the guild hall keep having children, and now there's like babies in my office.
Yes, that might be a bit awkward.
So I'm constructing them a small town, and it's not nearly done, but it's enough done that they can move in soon. So that's exciting.
A nice place to stay for them.
I'm trying to make sure they all have like places and they can have occupations and can do a lot. Because currently at the guild building, they're all kind of freeloading, and the High Vessel was very concerned that I'm maybe getting taken advantage of. Because like they're staying for free and they're eating my food and having children in my in rooms.
Taking up a lot of your space.
But speaking of jobs and such, I believe off the introduction I had with Athena, Athena's your cousin?
Yes.
She actually sent in a business proposal so she could have a job soon.
Oh, yes. What did she say? Therapy clinic?
Do you think, I don't know her very well, do you think she'd be a good suitor as a therapist?
Well, she's good at listening to people's problems, and I think she'd be able to give them solutions or help them.
That's good, that's good. Well, do you think she may, like, even if it's accidentally, like, if someone tells her, like, personal information, do you think she might accidentally spread it?
No, I don't think so. She isn't really much of a spreader, but especially if it's, like, important or, like, secrecy things.
That's good, that's good. Because, like, some people don't intend to, like, spread, like, information. Like, Amelia, she doesn't mean to spread information sometimes, but then she gets nervous, and she starts talking, and she talks and talks and talks, and then she says something, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to pull into your drawer.
That's alright.
I'm very short right now. Okay, I have... Thank you for showing... Onions! Perfect timing. Right, so thank you. I appreciate you showing that to me. So I know for future reference, for the weakness potions, is it the same way, but you sub out the magma cream for something?
Yes, you swap out the magma cream for fermented spider eyes.
Okay, I've made some of those before.
You don't need awkward potions for it. You can just put it right onto water bottles.
Ah, so less steps.
Yes. And then it's the same way. If you want it to last longer, you put in a redstone dust.
I was gonna say, wow, that only needs some overworld materials, and that's interesting, but then I realized for the brewing stand to heat up, you do need the blaze powder.
Yes. But otherwise, most potions are pretty easy to do.
Okay. I might... Thank you for showing me how to do those. I might experiment a little bit. I don't want to make too many potions, because I don't want to step on other people's toes, and I don't really need potions. But I do want to keep the guild hall stocked with potions, just so we're not draining all the ones at the waystone when people go adventuring.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Always good to keep, especially fire resistance on hand.
I don't want someone to, for example, plan to go adventuring, and so they take like 5 of the potions from the waystone, and then someone else come through, and there's no more potions left.
Yeah, that is quite fair enough.
But yes, thank you for showing me. Also, your tower looks really cool.
Oh, thank you.
It's way bigger than the office.
Really moved in.
Oh, you have little guys.
Yeah, they help me with the potion making. Useful. They offer better potions than one could really make themselves.
Oh, I see. That's interesting.
These options especially useful.
Oh, most definitely. I know these guys are around a lot, but I just don't tend to see them too often. I have one that lurks about the Adventure Guild, over in Zarth, but he seems to like to be on the roof. So...
Yeah, they kind of just spring up wherever they want to and then just wander off eventually.
I feel like I see none, I see a lone one, or I see a ton of them in one spot. Normally, like, congregating, like, sitting at tables and everything.
That is quite how it goes. One time, when I was bringing potions, I turned around, and there were just 3 of them all around the tower.
I suppose they like company. I don't blame them. I like company.
Yeah. I especially wanted to keep 2 of them so they could keep each other company while I'm not here.
Definitely. That's why I like to, when I leave my wolves around the guild, I like to try to make sure they're close enough together where they can talk with each other.
Yeah. It'd be quite sad to leave them all alone.
Since you were at the guild, I wanted to know if you know anything about the cat that's at the waystone.
There's a cat at the way? I wasn't quite paying attention when I...
At the overworld... last night I had come through the Adventure Guild Waystone, and I walked out, and there was just a cat sitting there, and it wasn't inside the hut or anything. It was outside of it with no cover. So I don't know who left their cat there, or if it was on purpose.
I could ask Naomi. I know she has a lot of cats.
Maybe, because I'm wondering if maybe like someone kind of traveled to the guild and their cat followed them, and they just didn't really think about it and sat them down and left. It might be missing her, so I'm planning to put a sign up too, but at the same time, my sign would go up at the Adventure Guild. So,
Well,
to see the sign, they're probably gonna see the cat.
Yeah, but maybe they just didn't think about it.
Or maybe they just walked past it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm sure the owner will turn up eventually.
Hopefully. I tried to move the cat inside, but it kept slipping out of my hands. It did not want to be picked up by me.
Yeah, they tend not to do that.
Well, thank you for the impromptu lesson. I appreciate it. I am going to head back to the guild, and I think I might go ahead and do my last safety check and then move Dorothy and them over. Oh, there's something above my head.
Yes. Oh, actually, would be possible for me to try the trial. Naomi has been bothering me about it nonstop.
Yes, we can do that if you like right now.
Yes.
Definitely. Let me see. Let me send a missive to Kyanite because they also are eligible for the trial now. And who else was eligible? I think Lucette was also eligible. Let me see if they're available for if they want to do the trial. I find it more enjoyable if you guys get to go into the maze together and can speak to each other rather than be in the maze by yourself in silence.
Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna send those missives. I am gonna run to the Master Coin office and check my mail to make sure I am caught up on that while I wait for their responses if you want to head to the guild. If they don't respond, I'll just host the trial for you.
Thank you.
I think today is the day I wear my Fred outfit that I wore to represent the Nether a bit more. And it sort of brings us my pack too, because we wore warm colors, and sure I wear pink a lot, but red and orange and yellow technically are our colors too. Well, I guess gold more than orange and yellow, but we normally wear gold, and then orange and yellow can complement it. Let me just put this on, and there. How does it look? I feel very much in style. Let's see. What do I want to wear with it? Let's see. So this has red, this has red, this has red, and this has red. Maybe not that one. Let's try this one next. No, that doesn't feel right. I think that is perfect. Let's put those away. Okay. Let's go make sure everything looks okay inside, and then we'll go to the guild hall to check the mail there, and then we can check out the Nether guild too. I do want to bring some food with me. There we go.
Hello, Fiori.
Hello.
Follow me. Have you already been given the tour?
I had somewhat of a tour, but I didn't know where exactly I was supposed to be going for this.
No, you're fine. We're all upstairs in here.
Because this was the night thing, isn't it?
Would be here.
It is indeed.
So you may take this spot now.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, Fiori.
Hello.
Please take your seat here. Well, I am going to quickly make a group so we can all converse much easier.
Hello over yonder.
I know, it is quite big. I thought about making it smaller, but I thought perhaps keeping it big would make it grand.
I like
But
the,
I could still
very large.
I could still see everyone's faces, so as long as that is there, and as long as everyone can see each person. Well,
Thank you for the hymn.
Oh. Yes. Actually,
I don't
do
know,
not
I can't-
eat it. It's been there for a bit.
I can
Oh.
see Elio's outline, but
I can see
Please
Helia's
do.
outline.
Not see you.
Please do get rid of whatever may be troubling your vision. I
Ooh, coffee.
put down coffees and teas to help.
Let me just let's just gonna rearrange some things, I guess.
I can see really well now.
Wait,
I see everyone.
yeah, I can't see Elio. The lantern.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, we'll place it back after. It's
Yeah.
Okay, well, perfect.
Oh.
Well, let me see. I have my council member notes. Well, just want to welcome everyone to the reformment of the Council of Ashe. It is quite a big day, very grand day, should I say. It is I'm very happy to see us all gathered here. The High Lady has not had many ears with decisions, and I am glad to be surrounded by trustworthy people. So, to begin this, I think because we are all starting to get to know one another, we should all go around in a circle and say what our names are, what our position is, and something we enjoy doing while not at work.
Oh,
So,
I just work a lot.
I will
Uh-oh.
go first. As you all know, I am High Lady Larinthia. I am the High Lady, that is my position. I also like to say expert builder. And my thing that I like to do while I am not working is baking. I don't know if anyone else likes to bake, but if you have any interest, my kitchen is always free. Now, let's see. We're gonna go clockwise, so Captain.
Oh, my name is Rexaris Redvein, or Captain Rexaris, as many of you already know me. I am the captain, and formerly general of our armies, although we are no longer at war, nor do we have any armies. What I like to do in my free time is I have an elytra. I like to fly. I like to read and write, and I enjoy the Adventurers Guild quests. Elio, on to you. Wait, did I say everything I was supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Elio.
My name is Ella Ashenvale. I am the next sorcerer, and I quite enjoy making and brewing tea.
My name is Enya Ravencrest. I am the barkeep. And when I'm not working, I like to bake and read and make tea as well.
I don't mean to cut you off, Fiori, but I do want to just give clarification to those who are unaware. Enya is our selected representative of the common people in the Nether, so she will be the voices for the masses. Go ahead, Fiori.
I'm Fifi. Oh, well, Fiori Zara. I'm the master of coin. In my free time, I do a lot of adventure guild stuff. I like adventuring.
Kyron.
I'm Kyron Azer. I am the heir, and I like to hunt things, I guess.
I'm Helia Brimstone. I am the High Priestess, and when I'm not at work, I prefer reading, writing, and building.
Well, it seems we all have a few things in common. I hope that outside of this meeting room, we can all be good friends. Okay. Well, let's get into business then. My first thing is, do we have any suggestions on what can make the Nether more thriving? Something that it could be a better place for commerce and for businesses, something for trade, any rules that we think that may need to be touched up on. This is your chance to have your suggestions heard.
Oh, I didn't think about this in advance.
I have one suggestion. I think we should incentivize citizens living close to Zereth. We already have quite a few citizens living right on the outskirts, but you have created many more platforms, and I think it would be nice for some of the citizens to have somewhere to work and to live from inside the city. I had been thinking of making the move myself.
Oh. Well, I don't see why not, especially if they are choosing to do so. Perhaps we can give them maybe better protection and extra benefits if they did decide to live within the city walls.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe place beacons for them inside their homes. I don't know. That's just a suggestion. I'm really trying to use these beacons I crafted.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. I don't think that's a bad idea. Not at all. I am happy to know that you might be relocating there. I was hoping to see a few city homes. I remember the amount of homes that were there before the war. Well,
As do I.
before the bombing.
The bombing.
It would be nice. Does anyone else have any suggestions that can relate to this?
Perhaps some pathways out from the homes that are near the city.
Yes, I agree with that. Elio, I know you live right outside the city as well, do you not?
Yes.
Yeah, we could start building a pathway up there.
Yeah, I think it'd be good to have proper ways into the city from the homes that are all around it.
I think we've put it off for so long because all of us can fly, but
Yes.
not all the overworlders or Enderians who visit can, so
That is quite true. We
Seems-
must think of them as well. I will write that down. I know that I had spoken about possibly doing pathways, and this just makes it more of a reason to actually do it. I do wonder, though, I'm trying to find out or think of a way for the citizens to let us know, because I'm not very aware of where everyone lives. So perhaps they would need to either who would be in control? I guess me. I guess they just have to send a letter to me.
What about building a place inside the city, sort of a not construction place, but somewhere where people could place in requests?
Ooh, writing that down.
I love that as well, actually.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I've been really wanting to commission somebody for a build, but I don't really know
Yeah.
how to.
That way we wouldn't need to only burden the High Lady as well. Citizens could take on the request themselves, maybe?
Oh.
Yes.
What are you
That's-
interested in
that's a good
building,
idea.
Rexaris?
A home.
Oh, all right. Well,
I also need a home in the Nether somewhere.
Yeah, I'm a teensy bit homeless at the moment. I've been portering in my office in the keep because there is a bed there, but I don't wish to live in my office forever. It does beat the nomadic life, though, of war, so it's a step up for sure.
if you wish for help, I will gladly lend it.
I'll let you know once I've worked out the logistics here. I was hoping to be able to pay someone. Also, I think I heard the door downstairs. I'm just going to make sure.
Could be a piglin.
I also.
It
peeked in
almost
the door.
definitely is, but better to check. Oh, also, sorry, Elio.
No problem.
Well, I do like the ideas of pathways and reinforcing city buildings. Is there any other suggestions that anyone has? Perhaps it doesn't even need to pertain just to Netherian citizens. Something that could make the other realms their lives easier when visiting.
I have a suggestion of maybe market stalls for like in one central place for them to buy things and browse when
Ooh,
they're
I love
visiting.
that. A market area.
Mhm.
That way, if somebody wants to purchase from the hellhole, but Enya is not around or not awake, they can go purchase from her hellhole stall in the marketplace without trespassing on hellhole grounds.
Hmm.
I could also sell some things there.
Yes, it could be a trading area in the Nether.
I know the guild has a surplus of some items now from Quest that I personally don't need, so I could also like do like Blackstone stall or something of the sort.
Lovely.
Yes, I'll write down a place where we can have artisan goods sold.
Building materials would be sold very well there.
Yes, I was just hearing that Blackstone.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the biggest hurdle in having my home built, is the materials themselves.
All right, that is written down. Does anyone else have any other suggestion?
Mm,
No? All right.
I had
Oh.
a thought. When it comes to the, I made that park recently, and I made the training grounds. I'd like to make more public works areas, places that people can go to feel like they are not intruding. You know what I mean? So nobody's always having to hang out by the waystone and get their conversations interrupted. I don't know. I don't have a specific concept for one, but I'm hoping to come up with a few more. So if you have any
Well-
suggestions for public areas, please let me know.
That will be your homework then, Rexos.
Will do.
we could perhaps set up a barrel near the waystone that has like pieces of gold armor, and because I know for most people's gear, the piglins that roam about the city will target them. So I personally, every time I come here, put on a gold helmet. So maybe we could have those supplied, so when other people are visiting and they're wandering about, they don't get ambushed. Oh, I have pause.
If you need to be on the table, I do not mind.
Okay, I can't see from the chair.
um.
Oh, I don't have pause.
Oh,
Oh,
That was
a
quick.
wow.
quick night.
That was
That was
very
really
quick.
quick.
Mhm.
Somebody slept in the overworld, I guess.
I guess so. Well, I do think that's a good idea, and I will look that over. I'll write that down. All right. Anything else?
Oh, perhaps we could set up some stations across the city with more fire resistance potions, so that people don't always need to run back to the waystone if they run out.
true. Yes.
That's a good idea.
That would affect your job, Helia. Are you okay with doing extra work?
I'm fine with it, of course. Anything to
Alright.
protect citizens. Speaking of which, would it be possible to set up nets just outside the platforms, or would that be too much of an eyesore?
Oh, I would have to see it, I think.
I certainly want to have them at least in some places meant for sparring, but having them everywhere might be a little ugly, unfortunately. Although, when it comes to saving citizens' lives, perhaps a little ugly is worth it. We'll have to see.
Yes. Definitely.
First things
have to
first,
see.
I have to craft all the ropes, which has been time-consuming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm unaware of what nets look like, so it'll be something that I will write down and come back to this next meeting. Yes, who was about to speak?
Oh, I was gonna say regarding to having other stations for fire resistance, I do think we could definitely benefit from having one next to the fishing spot, since people frequently are jumping in to fish.
Very true, yes.
Let me write that
Oh, people
down.
have been using the fishing spot. That's so good to hear.
I
Indeed.
have multiple fishing quests up at the guild, so they're in the area frequently.
Lovely.
that is written down. So far I have pathways, marketplace for artisan goods and building blocks, make a higher building in the city, gold items for travelers, add extra fire-resistant potions by fishing, and nets. Is there any other suggestions that you have thought about while walking around in Zareth or here in the fortress, if you have been around? I would also take suggestions to laws or something that maybe I did not make clear enough.
I actually have something relevant to that because I had a question I wanted to ask you. I have received a letter from Ophelia regarding how she has the apothecary and she's wanting to sell potions, and as potions require Netherian ingredients, she wants to know what that entails. Because in our laws, we only really specify businesses within the Nether, not if they're selling Netherian materials outside of it.
I see. Well, that is something I did not actually plan for. If she is selling it and making a profitable gain from it, then it would only be right for us to price it higher. I will write this down and see if there's anything that comes to mind, something that's fair for both parties.
I didn't know if maybe we could operate under the 20% tax, even though she's not in the Nether itself. Just for those select items.
Yes, I'll read over that addendum and see if it can work for this, and I will send you a letter with my answer soon. Let me write this down.
While you write that down, the thought just came to me that perhaps we could create a Nether museum of some sort. Something to celebrate the history of the cultures of the Nether. Would that be something people would be interested in, do you think?
I personally would be interested, but I also don't really know the Nether, so I'm looking to learn as much as I can.
I'd be interested.
I think it'd be quite nice.
Fair enough. I will put that on my to-do list as well.
Good. Well, any other suggestions?
Speaking of potions, Fiori, did you see the proposal that I sent to you in the mail?
I had recently come from my office and there was no letter from you. The last letter I had was last night's regarding the emeralds you sent.
Interesting. Okay. I had sent to you a proposal for a potion shop here in the Nether, but it seems I will have to rewrite it and send it to you again.
Okay. Yes, I had not received that through the mail.
No worries.
Well, dang. That would be great, to be fair.
Indeed. I figured it would be a good way of making sure that everybody is safe.
Agreed.
I agree as well. I think that would be a good shop to have. Speaking of shops, is there any suggestions on that part? Something that we think that the Nether might need? I know we have spoken about a marketplace for blocks and artisan goods and just random things that people wish to sell. However, we have a library. We will most likely have a potion shop. We have a bar, we have an inn, we have a blacksmith, we have a bakery. Is there anything else that we can think of that would help thrive the Nether, make it more profitable?
Not to be crass about it, but I don't believe we could be any more profitable if we tried, Your Radiance.
Oh, really? I have a few ideas.
Oh, do you? I
Yes.
would happily hear them.
I think having Nether-themed, perhaps, well, my first one is a Nether-themed restaurant. Perhaps something that is on lava. I know lava can be seen as very dangerous, but There is something within a person that sometimes craves that excitement, that adrenaline. And lava is quite beautiful. I think we can market ourselves with something like that. It could bring in extra money because other people from other realms would want to experience it without actually going into it.
I like that idea.
I don't see why not. I I always love a new restaurant to try,
Mm-hmm.
new foods. As long as it's not all Hoglin's hide and traditional food, I
Oh
am
goodness.
all in.
I think there are many ways to bring in people from other realms into the.
Another thought occurred to me. Elio, would you be at all interested in sharing secrets of the arcane? I know that sorcery is not quite as celebrated in the overworld. Perhaps if we had somebody here as well, teaching the public, or at least sharing with the public, we could have a more prosperous magical community in the Nether. I know Skylar heads the Spellbound Order, but I also know many people are a bit fed up with Skylar himself, so there may be a gap in the market, as it were.
I see.
I wouldn't mind offering teachings.
I could assist you in getting the tomes themselves ready, as well as the runes. One moment, please.
It's not doing anything to anyone.
It's the principle of the thing.
Well, I think that is something to consider. I will write that down. If there are no more suggestions, I will move on, but is there any more? No? Alright. Let's see. I do have one thing that I wish for all of us to do is like Rexaurus, I'm going to give us all a task to do before we meet again. Everyone's task here is to speak with one citizen of the Nether and ask them how we can better the Nether. See what their suggestions are. I do have a Nether suggestions mailbox, but it does not seem like anyone has been using it. So I would rather go person to person and see if there are things that we can do. So, gotta speak to one person and come back with the information, and that's about it. The next thing I have on the agenda is more of a serious discussion. So if anyone has anything that they would like to talk about now before we continue, the table is yours.
Nothing from me.
No, nothing.
Yeah, me either.
Alright, well, there is one thing that I have been thinking of, and it has to do with the Nether portals. I know it is the only way for people of the overworld to get into the Nether. However, we have stated in our laws, the only way you can come in is through the overworld Nether portal. Recently, our lady-in-waiting Vela had come to tell the captain of a recent Nether portal sighting in the Nether. The captain went through it, and it was in a cave near an overworlder's house. We are not sure if they have anything to do with it. However, knowing that people can just freely make one and enter the Nether whenever they so wish is a bit concerning. I would like to put the option of unglobalizing the Zareth Waystone, and everyone has to use the overworld portal from now on. I feel as if it's been a little too free on the entry of the Nether, and perhaps with changing this, it will it'll make coming into the Nether more of a I don't know exactly what I just want to
An event.
not have. Yes.
It feels as though people can too easily pop in right now.
Yes.
At least it's seeming like that's your feeling.
Yes, exactly. That may be what has an opposite effect. Perhaps people will then lead to more secrecy about the Nether. I'm uncertain, so I want to hear your opinions.
I don't think you're wrong in having those feelings. I will say that most people probably already have the Zareth Waystone, so unless we break it and remake it, all those people will still have it, even after we unglobalize it. It might not change anything.
I believe they would still need to travel through the portal to get into the realm that we are in, and then they can travel to Zareth.
That's not true.
No,
It works.
they
That-
can't really
think
go
they
through
could-
any waystone
Yeah.
regardless of dimension.
We could still break it and remake it, to be fair, if that's a route you want to take. I do worry that people will be on guard with this change, but then again, perhaps people should be feeling on guard about the Nether. It's proven that, unfortunately, it is quite dangerous to other origins, people of other realms. And I do wish for people to think of it as an event, that coming here should feel dangerous. You should be reminded when you enter, by the way, this is a different world. You are in danger here.
I do think breaking it and remaking it would still hold benefit, because then if someone wanted to visit, they would have to go through the portal, and then maybe we can put up reminders at the portal, reinstate, like, reminding that it is law that they should be using the portal. And if they are reminded, because maybe they just haven't taken the time to actually read the laws, which is an issue in itself. But if they notice that we are trying to be more conscious of it, it might intrigue them to follow it better than just warping to Zarth itself.
That is a good
My
idea.
thoughts exactly.
Has the End not done something similar with Blackord anyway?
Yes, I believe they have.
Then, at worst, we are simply mirroring their actions.
And I mean, as I mentioned, whether people are upset or not, we are doing it out of concern for their safety. And I hope that most would be smart enough to recognize that.
Doing it for their safety and ours.
I definitely use the
Any other
Zarth
thoughts on
Waystone.
this topic?
I don't think I've ever actually been to the portal.
Well,
It would seem not.
that was all that I wish to speak about then. I believe we've had a very good first meeting. I'm glad that we are all gathered today. And I look forward to the next one.
As do I.
Next one will be a doozy, though. I've already got a little bit of a notes on it. So
Oh no.
please do. Well, meetings are meetings. So
Yes, I know.
well, thank you all. if anyone needs me after, please send me a missive if you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything that you did not wish to bring up publicly. I will be around.
If I might have your ear, Helios and Elios after this meeting, I will keep it brief.
Of course.
Yes. Well, then we are adjourned then.
Fifi, I like your outfit.
Thank you. I wanted to wear red to fit in.
It's super cute.
Oh, and I think last time I saw you, you were with Athena. Has she been settling in well?
I haven't seen her in a couple days, but I think so. She has a house that she's set up.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, look, a map.
Mm-hmm. She seems very bubbly, which is nice. I like bubbly.
Mm-hmm.
Or friendly.
Very friendly. Mm-hmm. Whoa, what is that?
That's gonna be the new throne.
Oh. That is huge.
Yeah.
Very large.
It's beautiful, but
I mean, it's more grand. Little corner
Yeah.
up there.
yeah, you know, that makes sense compared to the overworld throne room, which had very tall ceilings.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, well, I guess that's it. Well, yeah. Okay, well.
Would you like
I
to chat for a little bit?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Wanna go to Zara? Oh, yes.
Sure.
Ooh.
Let me. Oh, my ears. Okay. My ears are fixed.
Oh, did you get in the mail? I had sent you your quest rewards. I think I
Yes,
sent you
thank
two separate ones. I sent you the Nether one, and then I sent you the Nether or Overworld.
Yes, I did get that. Thank you.
Yeah. So you know Athena from longer than just meeting, right? Oh, here they come.
I do. I got it. I do. Her and her brother used to come to the hellhole back, before the explosion.
I never
but-
actually heard about the
yeah.
explosion, but then again, I've only been to the Nether for the first time during the ball.
Yeah, I don't even know how long ago it happened now, but I mean, everything was gone. The only platform that we had was where the waystone is, and a tiny little thing where the library now stands.
Oh.
And that's pretty much it. That's all that was left.
Oh, well, a lot of progress has been made. The city's come a long way. It's very nice, and I find it very safe here. I think.
Yes, I agree. And the High Lady and the Captain have really taken a lot of effort into making sure it's safe and expanding the platforms. The High Lady, I fear, never sleeps.
I believe I had, I have a bed upstairs that I lay to rest in, sometimes. And I think I had rested one night after working on the guild, and then I came back, and then, the platforms that way had just, appeared.
Oh, yeah. I woke up one day and I was like, oh, look at that. There's, 3 new platforms.
Because, I think I initially, I think I was traveling with Captain Rexars, and, we saw it, it was walled off, because there was no platform over there, and suddenly it was a large plat field.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut our conversation short. I needed to meet with the High Lady, and she's already done with her other meeting.
Yeah, that's okay. I will talk to you later. I'm gonna check out the quests while I'm here.
I wasn't very specific. I said I can head back to the fortress.
Fiori.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I didn't want to ask during the meeting, not because it's like private, but because I didn't want to bore other people, because it was mainly direct questions for you. First off, I actually had I realized I got confused by something potentially, and I want to make sure I've been doing it correctly. If an Ethereum does the trade, like for example, trading away blaze rods or such, do they don't have to pay a tax, they just report what they traded, correct? If it's an individual trade to another citizen, or not to another citizen,
they
to
just need to report it to you.
or to a foreign citizen, I should say.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I had gotten emeralds in the mail for someone trading blaze rods, and I was like, I'm gonna send these back to you, and I explained that to them, but I realized I should probably double check because I've just been operating off of that way since that's what everyone else has been doing so far.
Yes, I find it would be more paperwork to tax even trades from Netherian citizens.
Oh, pause. And then I also had sent you the letter about Athena's therapy thing, if you would like to chat up in the office about it.
Yes, I would. Here is the business proposal.
Thank you.
I am quite interested to see what you have dug up. It's quite a very humorous proposition.
Chat.
The business proposal still has everything, correct?
Sorry, I was making a, where we could speak privately, and then I couldn't hear you.
Oh.
What was the statement? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you are quite fine. I was just wondering if the business proposal still had everything.
Yes. It does.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I did not rewrite it.
Nope, it has everything.
But yes, we can jump into a private meeting room if you would like.
So in my letter to you, I mentioned how I would try to talk to others to figure out, just kind of what type of person Athena was. Because when she came to me about the therapy idea, I was like, well, I do think people definitely could benefit from therapy. I also don't know you, and know if you would misuse the information. So I haven't got to chat extensively with Inya about Athena, but I did talk to Elio, and since they're cousins, and
Yes.
Elio was able to vouch about how Athena isn't the type that would like spill the information she's told. And on top of that, I went ahead and asked, like, okay, no, so she wouldn't spill it intentionally. Do you think she would accidentally like spill it unintentionally if she sort of rambles or something? But even when it comes to like rambling, Elio also doesn't think that she would spill any information related to anyone that comes a client of hers. And then Inya knows her because her and her brother used to come to, I believe it was actually Hellhole, before the bombs and everything like that back then. So I didn't get to chat too extensively with her to know her thoughts on Athena, unfortunately. But I do think Elio's vouch of character was a good contributor to it.
I agree. And honestly, I think it could be a very interesting business to open up. Perhaps something that all the realms could use. So we were just speaking about it during the meeting. So I think it's something that you should approve.
Okay. And then for the business permit for the therapy, should I rewrite and word it to specialize a bit specifically for the therapy clinic? Because I know how the permits that we currently use, it's more so referring to physical goods. And since there wouldn't necessarily be physical, it's more of services. I was thinking maybe within the permit I could specify that along with whenever she signs the permit, she's also agreeing to the like a confidentiality clause for her patients, while also agreeing that should they admit to anything illegal, that it's reported.
Yes, I like that. I think that would be very good.
I can definitely get that written up. I'm sorry I didn't have more information. I thought I would be able to find out more, but then I realized after I sent the letter that I had like 2 days until today.
It is quite fine. I am very impressed. You continue to impress me, truly, Fiori.
Thank you. I try. I want to be good. I want to be good at this.
You are doing quite well, I have to say. Well,
and that?
Is there anything else that you needed from me?
Nope. I will draft up the permit. I will get it to Athena, and then I'll bring it to you for the final signature.
Perfect. I can't wait. I don't know where Athena plans to put her build, but I am very excited to see it.
Yes, I can get that worked out for her too on where she wants to do it. And then lastly, I had reached out to Lady Catherine about the business permit, but I actually have not heard back from her. But once I do, all that would remain after that, I believe, is just the final walkthrough to make sure the building is structurally sound, and then making sure the products are safe.
Have fun with the last bit of that. Well, I believe that is all then. Thank you, Fiori. I will take my leave.
Yep, have a good day.
You as well.
You're right here.
Hello, Fiori.
But yes, having a supply would be good. I even have a barrel set up that would have like the block on it, so people could get them safely from there inside the guild building. And then if you need help with any material related things for getting them, I can also help with that, especially since I'm getting potions for the guild, because I have quests for slaying magma cubes and I have quests for slaying blazes, and so that means I have the ingredients for making them.
Indeed. I have a overabundance of magma cream to use, so I will gladly stock up the potions and take care of them for you.
I appreciate it, because I've also felt really bad, because I know when people are adventuring, they definitely have been draining this barrel.
Yes, I am well aware.
Yeah, because there's been a lot more people coming through to adventure now.
I usually tend to restock the barrels about twice a week. Yeah. I'll take care of it for you.
Thank you. I'm also guilty of taking a lot of potions, but I'm also here all the time. I guess not all the time. Many times.
Well, and we wouldn't want you to be dying in lava, so...
I think I've only fallen in lava, purposely, and that was in fishing.
If need be, if you're going to be here often, would a armor set with fire protection work better?
I think I'd rather keep just my protection, because if I'm wearing the fire protection one, then I'll be more vulnerable to other type of attacks.
That is true.
And so far, I've been pretty good at not falling in. And then I do have wings, so I always have my rockets with me. So if I ever do stumble off, I can fly back up fairly quickly.
That's good. All right.
But thank you for the concern. I do want to get a boots that have lava strider on them, though, because I think that would be beneficial. I have to get a second pair of boots. But I'm gonna go to the guild building to process some quests. But thank you.
Of course.